Hello, my name is Ryan Chapin from Trusted Consulting. Today we're going to talk about leadership and technology development, top 5 lessons from an aerospace executive. Have you ever struggled introducing a new idea into production? In industry, we often refer to these efforts as either new technology or new product introduction. I've led teams of design, manufacturing, and data science engineers from around the world developing new technologies for jet engines as well as digital technologies. I've learned some vital lessons along the way that I'd like to share with you today in hopes that you will consider calling Trusted Consulting to help you with your business challenges. Lesson number 1, make sure your priorities are clearly defined and widely communicated. Many organizations feel overworked, out of control, and underfunded when it comes to technology development. Much of this, if not a majority, is due to a lack of clearly defined priorities linked to a clear vision statement. I found that the Hoshin-Kanri or policy deployment process is especially helpful in aligning strategic goals to guide the organization's decisions and actions. Number 2, ensure technology is aligned to strategic objectives. Great ideas not on the radar are like sitting ducks for the wolves. This requires a compelling, clearly communicated value story that is endorsed by senior leaders and linked to what matters most to your customer. If your business doesn't have clear priorities, pet projects often emerge that end up draining funding for the projects that matter the most. As an example, we once developed a particular additive manufacturing machine that wasn't clearly aligned with all the business priorities. Even though we ended up investing millions of dollars in developing this project ended up being canceled because of a lack of clear connection to those strategic goals. Number 3, condition your mind towards continuous improvement. As a Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt, I once had responsibility for over 200 Black Belts who were in charge of executing projects that benefited both the business and the customer. Although many great projects were executed, projects started becoming more of a ticket to promotion versus something that someone would use as yet another tool on their tool belt. Over my career, I partnered with countless manufacturing plant managers, but one set himself apart from the rest. The reason he was set apart was because of his focus on continuous improvement. When you looked across all the manufacturing plants, he was the one that always consistently delivered the best metrics. And how he did it was his focus on both Lean and Six Sigma. So if your organization wants to develop a culture of continuous improvement, feel free to give us a call. Number 4, be a servant-based leader. When you look back at the managers that you've worked for in the past, does one stand out as the best? Many organizational leaders talk a good game relative to servant-based leadership, yet often give the impression of do as I say, but not as I do. Servant-based leaders at their core serve his or her staff in order to benefit the greater good of the team. As I was starting a new position in a group, a senior leader of mine came along and asked me the question, what's the fastest way to someone's heart? Well, it's through their stomach, of course. And what he did next was a great example of servant-based leadership. He and I both drove to a local bagel shop where he, out of his own personal funds, bought 75 bagels to give to my new team members. We then drove back to the office, and one by one, he took the time to introduce me personally to each and every person. By doing that, he established a great degree of trust between me and the team, and also gave a great example for me to follow as a servant-based leader. And last but not least, number 5, a commitment to integrity even when no one is watching you. GE is famous for their annual Spirit and Letter commitment to integrity. The letter often refers to the policies and procedures that make up the core fabric of what the business wants you to focus on. The spirit, however, refers to the essence behind the letter and what you should do when really no one is looking. In a world of dog eat dog, integrity often takes on the slippery slope where individuals fall into the temptation of twisting the rules to get ahead. I found that commitment to integrity builds trust within the team and encourages them to be transparent when they see an issue that isn't quite right. At Trusted Consulting, we provide advisory consulting services focused on helping your organization succeed at technology and product introduction. We also specialize in leadership best practices that have been proven successful at running the world's largest jet engine design, manufacturing, and services provider. Thanks for watching.